Yeah.
So this old Mrs. Roach you're talking about, would that be like Wanda and their mother or grandmother?
That would be Wanda's grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're like the same age as Wanda, right? Like around
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, she just turned 70, I think, in August or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, let's build on that. The land grants, the black land grants, and so you're on family land.
I'm on family land. I have part of the original 50-acre plot that was given to the black settlers that came over to fight for the British, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so the land has been in my ancestry ever since.
Oh, excellent. All right, so you're there. Is there a black community there? Do you have neighbors who are black?
Oh yes, my neighbors. My neighbors are my brother. My niece has a summer trailer, and then I have 2 sisters and a nephew, all as neighbors.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
all right.
Nice neighborhood.
So Leslie's family holding it down. Got the family land.
Yes, on
With the
Leslie
roots.
Lane.
All right. On Leslie Lane. All right.
Or Lottie Lane. Lottie, that would have been Lottie Thompson, my great great aunt.
Okay.
That was my grandmother, Lottie Thompson. Lottie. Yeah, Lottie was Granny. Amazine Brown, that's Granny, was Granny's sister.
Right.
Yeah. So they got Lottie Lane.
Brown.
After Aunt Lot.
Brown.
Amazine Brown.
All right.
Or Mary Elizabeth Brown. That was my mother.
Right.
Right? She married my father, Percy Thomas Leslie.
All right.
Yeah.
We were just going through, working on a presentation coming up. Stay tuned. But we're back to the black and native mixture. We're going through native Algonquin names from Virginia at the time, and Brown was one of the names that's listed as native names. And there's a lot of Browns in these areas, so that's, again, I'm fishing for that black and native connection and how our brotherhood of original peoples meshes is a fun dive in. Not that I want to dive into it a whole lot now, but you keep mentioning names, and I brought it up earlier, and these are these common threads that, like when we were speaking to Brother Sean Miller a couple of weeks ago, it's like, it'd be nice if we could get all together and begin to have these conversations more than just the one-offs, because there's a thread here that's making quite the... Well, okay, that'll be another time. But this is back to the land. Is there other families there other than the Leslies? Like, is there other black families?
Other black families.
That still have land or might be living there?
Oh, Seals.
All right.
Ovis Seal.
Yeah.
And Sylvia.
Right.
Yeah. Let me think. Who else? Grace, my sister, down on the Taylor Lake Road. I guess the family moved in from Jamaica.
Right.
On Lakeside Lane.
Right.
Yeah.
So these aren't the loyalists, you're just another black family.
Just black family.
All right. See, migrating magnetic.
The Seals, they're original families.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's like Louisa and Cynthia when I'm thinking.
Yes, their mother and father.
Yeah, most excellent. So on the topic of land ownership, black land ownership, loyalist land grants, was that instilled in you growing up? Did your parents, try to make you understand about land ownership or importance, strength, wealth, or was it a concept that your parents and adults at the time, your peers, wrestled with in your mind about what land ownership means? Was it
Well, to me, it was like my father was in the hospital. He was real ill at the end, and I used to take him up Field and Stream magazines because I know he liked them. Yeah. And so I went up one time and he said, "Son, keep the field and the streams." And in my mind, it was for me to keep the land. So it's like, okay, I inherited the land, and now I pass it on to my daughter, and hopefully it'll stay in black hands.
Right, legacy, brother.
The history.
Man.
Right,
Yeah,
maintain
absolutely.
the history of the land.
Yes.
right?
Boo 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 and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm loving it. Right. Land ownership is
Got that night?
right.
Yeah.
My daughter's here. Right. Dropping jewels everywhere. Yeah. Land ownership. Okay. I love that. I love that. Do you think we talk about land ownership enough in our community?
The people that I know and had associated with in the past have no concept of land ownership.
Right.
It's a dream, you know,
Right.
for them.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Ashe, to what got me to where I'm at on land myself here, but being on land and like you, the Field and Streams, I grew up with those magazines.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a huge part about how land is where the wealth and the resource comes from, the ability to heat and warm. You were saying you don't cut your wood, but you have wood lot and the wood stove, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So,
yeah.
so ability to heat ourselves. But, you know, 2022, we're here now. Rents of 1 apartments, 2 apartments, 1,500, 2,000.
Yeah, they say it's nuts, man.
So how
couldn't
you know?
believe it.
So if you had a lot of land, this is where my father is still with me. You know, we have a little bit overkill, modest little bit overkill home for what you need to live comfortably. You know, but it's only 150 trees. You know, we cut and milled the lumber. So the use of the land, it was always talked about in the black community that the land we got was bad or swampy or
rocks and water. You
rocks.
just, you know, you gotta work it just to a little patch to make it fertile, and just, you know, you want to give up.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is water.
Oh, all kinds of water.
Water is life. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You know, the looking forward as we're growing, you know, the diaspora of the African diaspora, you know, the continent, and working together back and forth, and where do we have power over here in this area of the world as a unit. I see, you know, sometimes where we do have land and there are farms and people do have access to water. That's maybe some things that we thought of as not the best land or the best place to make these things happen. We might actually be sitting on something that could do us a great benefit.
True. They say you can't go wrong with real estate, right? Invest in real estate and antique cars. You can't go wrong.
Right. So on the properties that are out there in the system, that was always family land. Now, if it was always family land, do they have their own plots? And is it surveyed in a way, like, do you know, is it like the property's all blazed and everybody knows where property stops and ends and what's in there? Or is it just kind of like...
The immediate family know the boundaries, where it starts and where it stops.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else that go in there, they would have no idea what's what.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be currently like blazed or tagged or...
No.
I say these things, I'm really fishing, and what I'm doing is, with the property we're working with here, we're working on getting, there's programs where you can get a government fellow to go around your property and mark it, like with just the tape.
Yeah.
And now that costs, but once they do that, then there's a subsidy that they can pay you or someone you hire or the government, where you can go along and then blaze and mark the boundary. They'll say it has to be so high off the ground in such a certain color.
Oh, that's all been done.
That has
on all the property out there.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, but Agnes's part, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Right.
I do believe that the three of them are in equal partners.
Right.
Yeah.
But those who may not be, if you have land, there is monies so that we can find out where our borders are, so we can find out what is inside there, you know, where we might have water, running, where there might be more fertile ground and others.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, in my mind, in the world,
it's all been surveyed.
Yeah. Right. Now, that would probably happen when your sisters took their own plots, or was it always surveyed for you? No.
No. This within the last, I don't know, 25 years or so, maybe more.